Hey, big PP pack. Today I'm going to be talking about this whole AJ membership fiasco going on right now. But I just wanted to start off by quickly mentioning, in the wise words of Boris Johnson, our kin president here in the UK, aka basically British Trumps, is what he had to say on the matter.
You should not be meeting friends. If your friends ask you to meet, you should say, fuck off.
So yeah, I hope you're all keeping safe, washing your hands, and if you really have nothing to do and are really terribly bored at home, then I guess you can play Animal Jam as a last resort, but I mean, there's much better options, honestly. Just go on Minecraft, do something productive, please don't go on this game. Alright, so I wanted to sort of make like a quicker, non-scripted video about this whole membership bullshit that's going on right now. So as you may know, with the whole... Oh, I can't really say the name of it, otherwise my whole entire video will get demonetized, and I'm trying to get some of those YouTube gems. So, anyway, to start off with free membership, here's the code somewhere here. It's probably expired by now. I'm making this video pretty late, so I don't even know if it will work. But yeah, I'm not one of these little Animal Jamming channels encouraging you to take advantage of a free membership. I just want to sort of talk about the... I wouldn't call it a scam. They're not scamming anyone. They are giving free memberships. So I guess, you know, many people on base level will see that as like a very good opportunity for non-members. But yeah, it actually goes a lot deeper, and I believe that Animal Jam are taking advantage of the whole... God, I can't say the name of it. Let's just call it the COVID-20 virus. Fuck. So anyways, I saw a post by, you know, the guy that looks like Phil Swift from Flex Tape. What's his name? Clarinet Stacy. Haven't heard that name in a while. You know, the same guy that posts classics such as this on his Instagram page. Yeah, that guy, the big man CEO. He made this post basically giving everyone the free membership code first, you know, saying that AJ is basically the messiah, the being really nice and giving you all free membership finally. It only took him 10 years, am I right? But yeah, and I believe that's where like my first issue comes to play. It's like, yeah, sure, they're really nice for giving everyone free membership. But they really have to wait for a fucking global pandemic, you know? Like, just think how much better it would be. I'm not even saying, like, you know, because obviously they're a company, they have to make money. It should be a priority for them to make money, especially out of things like memberships, you know? Every company does it nowadays, so I'm not saying they should completely get rid of membership or that we're entitled to free membership in any form, you know? What I'm saying is that maybe instead of waiting for a fucking global disaster that's killing off a lot of people to happen, maybe you could have given it, like, every Christmas, you know? The Jamala days, that would be a nice thing to give it. Because this is what I'm saying, like, it took this virus to happen for them to actually start giving a shit about the community and start to, you know, try and profit from it. Because right now, Animal Jam, their stocks are all-time low. The player base is constantly decreasing, there's a load less people. So they obviously need money, right? They're obviously looking for money. So I just find it, I don't know, like a very last sort of opportunistic thing to try and leech money from these people that most of the Animal Jam community is already left by now because they weren't doing things like this in the past. I mean, I remember back here in the UK, we couldn't even buy membership a while back ago, you know? They didn't ship it over to the UK, the cards. So just think how much better and more efficient it would be to like give this... It's sort of like a trial, like, you know, Netflix free trials, they do that sort of thing. Just think of how much more beneficial it would have been if they gave this membership trial, like, during the Christmas time, where, you know, people have money for their kids and actually would be willing to buy the membership. Instead of waiting for a bad thing to happen and trying to look like this, you know, really great company. It's sort of like a similar deal. I'm not sure if you guys remember the Club Penguin. When Club Penguin shut down, we're like, oh no, we're so sorry about Club Penguin shutting down. Here's a code. Have a free pet penguin and an igloo down. Well, in actual fact, there were two companies that were rivaling together, you know, trying to get players from one game into the other. So yeah, it's just this one giant corporate scheme, basically, to try and get money from people during a fucking pandemic. Now, they're obviously going to be capitalizing on the current influx of old players that will inevitably be gone in a week, because most people are in quarantine, people that, like, had school, people that even had work, college, whatever. Most people are staying at home right now, you know. A lot of people, especially, playing games, you know, watching shows, what else do people do? I mean, I just sleep most of the day. So yeah, a lot of old people. I wouldn't say it's new players. I would say it's mostly returning old jammers that have come back to the game for just a tiny bit until they have a bit of free time that are going to stick around for a while. But let's be honest here, none of them will stick around for long. With other responsibilities, things they have to do, and just their disinterest in the game in the first place, there's a reason why all of these people have, left. Also, I've just realised I probably look like Twinkle after one of the fucking breakdown videos in this dressing gown. Fuck, I'm getting so distracted, I forgot to make a video. What was I talking about? Oh, another thing I found particularly funny as well, my headset's just gradually slipping off my head, is the silence in the player base. In-game, they released this message saying how basically no jammers are allowed to talk about the Kuwuna V-woos. So autistic. But yeah, they basically released this statement saying no jammers are able to talk about that. Mostly because I do sort of understand it, because a lot of misinformation was being spread. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, how were other people using this against? I really don't understand this at all, because they mentioned something about, God, what was it? People like taking advantage and spreading the misinformation around. Who gives a fuck? It's not like somebody's going around saying, guys, give me Spike or you'll get a and some dumbass kids are actually believing. I think they just don't want to be associated with that negative attention, don't want to be on the news for starting some sort of in-game riot about the... Shit, I said I'm going to beep that out. But yeah, this just makes absolutely no sense to me why there's just silence in the entire player base, and even going as far as to ban players for even mentioning this in-game, which I find it, particularly stupid, especially when you can mention things like cancer and autism, and people take a lot of advantage about that. So yeah, I don't know, it makes absolutely no sense to me. It's not like it's an inappropriate thing, and when they themselves are capitalizing for it, being all nice and giving everyone free membership, then, it's just a bit hypocritical in my opinion. The need for money, once again, I just want to mention that too. It's pretty obvious they're desperate at this point. No one's buying their shitty fucking member bundle gift codes, fucking whatever it is. At this point, they sort of remind me of those, those clickbaity YouTubers that are like, want to join my free gift card giveaway at the beginning of all their YouTube videos. It's sort of becoming that with AJHQ. They're releasing like a new bundle every other week to try and entice people to buy the membership, but it's just a terrible strategy when you release that entire bundle, every single item from that bundle, back into the diamond store, so people can literally sell one Spike in their shop item and get like 500 diamonds or some bullshit like that. And just people don't need to buy your shitty bundles anymore. People don't need to buy those diamond gift cards either. So they're at an all-time loss right now. The player base is decreasing, no one's buying their shitty membership gift codes. So they're trying to do this trial thing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that you could have done this way, way before when the player base was actually, active. You could have really prevented the leaving of a lot of mostly the popular jammers as well that actually made content and carried your game. And with this whole, generosity, giving spree... Oh, by the way, did I mention that this thing only lasts 2 weeks? So, they don't care, guys, if the quarantine period lasts months or even... Okay, it won't last years, but you get the point. But don't care if it's going to last months or whatever. You're only getting 2 weeks, guys. I really want you to buy the membership after that. But I really don't think that's a good strategy, because most people have seen AO using this for, like, backup accounts, things along those lines, to put a load of items on their storages and stuff. And let's be honest here, a kid that hasn't been able to afford a membership card for 10 years playing the game, they probably will not be buying your membership cards anytime soon. Either they can't afford it, their parents won't allow for it, or they're just simply not retarded enough to spend it on this when they could spend it on a Netflix subscription. One of the last things also that I've noticed is, with this generosity came the rats. Some notorious old Animal Jam... God, I hate this word, it's so cringe. Influencers have started making a return, and some of them I got hella dirt on, so it should be fun if I stay around to make videos on them. So yay me, free content. I guess this Animal Jam free membership Thanksgiving thing really did give a positive to me too. But yeah, my point is that a lot of scummy people from the past, they used to like either scam their followers, bully people, I remember there's some doxers too, they started making a return to the community. By that I mean those fucking 14-year-old, well they're probably grown up by now, but back then, 14-year-old kids that thought they're famous because they have free Kale and Animal Jam Instagram account. Those types of people are making a return, so lovely. But yeah, once again, I'm not trying to discourage people from playing the game or even enjoying it, and if you want to come back, yeah, that's perfectly fucking fine. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, in my humble opinion, you know, this would have been a much better strategy to use, like, do it once a year, maybe for Christmas, to give people, like, a membership trial instead of waiting for a fucking global catastrophe to happen. I mean, I was just thinking about it, it's like during the Australian fires, if they made some posts about it on their Instagram, I can't remember, but it's like, what if they gave membership to only people from Australia? It's like this sort of thing, like, why do you have to wait for something bad to happen to do a good deed, you know? Also, I wanted to sort of consider as well how I would feel as a returning player to the game, if this would entice me to actually come back to the game with free membership. And I've got to say, yeah, for a week or two, whilst the free membership lasts, sure, I would come back. Unless I was one of those players that were banned by the community manager for AJ for absolutely no reason, which, by the way, happened a lot, is one of the primary reasons why most of the player base started leaving in the first place, then absolutely not. I would want nothing to do with this game, and just because they're giving you a slight trial of membership, I wouldn't give a fuck. So yeah, I definitely don't think it's enough to entice returning players, specifically when they've never done this in the past. Is it good for new players? Yeah, sure, maybe they'll want a free membership, but I doubt any will join. I mean, nowadays people are more looking forward to, like, God, how do you say it? Maybe not multiplayer MMOs online that still use fucking Flash to function. Most people now have gaming consoles that play way other games. I mean, just look at something like Minecraft, a game that requires a one-time purchase, and then you just get to keep and play the game forever, and it receives free updates. So yeah, I just think this whole thing was done terribly wrong, and for the wrong intentions too. I think it wasn't done to bring players back, I think it was fucking cash grab, just like all of these membership bundles. Essentially, they're just trying to bring people back into the game to buy more memberships. And great man Clarinet Stacy and community manager Nazi Kate thought it would be a good idea to prioritize and take advantage of the current situation, which I think is just pretty bad. But yeah, those are just a few cents from yours truly, your favourite Jambassador. In all seriousness though, I hope you're all keeping well, and let me know what you think about this whole thing in comments. Maybe I was wrong, I don't know. I mean, I am pretty harsh when it comes to critiquing AJHQ, but I just felt like sort of offended, I guess, as a decade-long player to their game now, for the fact that they chose to give free membership now, out of all the 10 years. Like, what? Don't want to flex, but this triple layer toilet paper be kinda good though. You kids still flexing your AJ rares when you could be flexing this nowadays. Seriously though, we had a huge toilet paper outage back in my town. Anyway, I'm stalling this. Goodbye, I've got more videos on the way. I hope you stay safe.